I know the last thing anybody wants to hear about is the psychological torment of a middle aged white woman. Especially a middle aged white woman that doesn't have any kids, and especially a middle aged white woman that doesn't have a drug and alcohol dependency problem. There's no money in that. I know. But here's the problem is that I'm 43 years old. I'm healthy. I'm incredibly fertile. I'm incredibly productive. I've spent 5 years being systematically tortured, including in manners that have isolated me from anything close to meaningful conversation for several years. I believe it was as an act of retaliation for attempting to have a personal relationship with somebody that was not from the United States. And I believe it was the second time in my life that I attempted to have a personal relationship with somebody who was not from the United States. And other people took it upon themselves to try to engineer what they consider to be my appropriate mating options. And the problem is that I am somebody that comes from a family line of women that I understand were very shamanically gifted. And our connection with the earth and our connection with nature is actually important for growing food. For instance, it makes birds happy, or it could. It makes flowers happy, or it could. It makes food abundant and beautiful. I grew a garden when I came back from Palestine, even after seeing massive destruction, carnage, death, having the smell of it on my clothes. I came back, I healed. I had a garden. It was gorgeous. It was so abundant. We could feed everybody on the block with that garden. But ever since I came back from teaching outside of the country, when all kinds of disgusting, horrible, 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 toxic accounts were set up on my life again, and I was sex terrorized horrifically to the point where I didn't even agree to masturbate. I can't literally even get food to grow. No one will even have a conversation with me. I can't even try to get a job without horrible deals running in the background that literally are connected to chemical weapons attacks in other areas where I used to work while I'm training to get a new job in another city. Now, I went through a period where I said that until we figure out how to take down this structure of sex terrorism, that I was going to forego sex and engage in celibacy. But I also said I wasn't going to even masturbate. Here's the problem: masturbation and the manner in which the body, hormonally, physiologically, psychologically, ends up generating energy and being able to recalibrate is actually biologically very important, especially when you're in the prime of your life and you could potentially be in a situation where you could be incredibly productive and abundant. This is something that's unique as an experience of women. But I can't even touch my naked body without being harassed and sex shamed. And I can't even think about anything that might even bring me any kind of pleasure without having to spend hours processing how terribly horrible all of this other bullshit that was set up on my identity is. Every fucking time. And it's not even about sex shaming anymore. It's not like I feel like I have to confess. This isn't the point. The point is, I've literally been kidnapped and maintained in a status of being kidnapped while people slander my identity all over the place and do horrible things with it. And what could all otherwise have been a very meaningful moment just with myself, much less with another person, ends up getting connected to all of these horrible, horrible, horrible misrepresentations and mischaracterizations of not only what I was trying to do, but all those flip deals I never agreed to. And because I never agreed to them, and I never made the illegal conveyance by sleeping with who else you said I was supposed to sleep with in order to get another person to talk to, it keeps accruing and accumulating. So I'm going to make a determination right now, and I'm going to say this. I need to fucking eat. The food needs to fucking grow. I'm sorry that for whatever reason you found it acceptable to only allow me to have an indoor sleeping arrangement with somebody that actually is no longer fertile. I'm sorry, but I am. I'm really getting fucking tired of these completely screwed up priorities. It's so completely unconscionable. You won't let me leave, but you won't let me stay. And it really is a personal persecution of me. This has gone on too fucking long. How did anybody think this was reasonable? You can't pretend you didn't know. How did anybody think this was reasonable? You're murdering people by playing this stupid fucking game. Why has not one person that kidnapped me been arrested? Why is not one person that conspired to steal my life and disappear me and entire other communities been arrested while you play all of these other games, flipping huge numbers on deals that should never have fucking happened? These deals should never have fucking happened. The food needs to fucking grow. And I'm going to tell you, if you don't cut off your own fucking accounts connected to my life and all of my stolen identities, I will destroy them. I will destroy every fucking fake account. Whoever the fuck else took my life and my identity to set up, I will destroy every fucking one of them. I'm not going to have any shame. I'm not going to fucking apologize. And every fucking day you try to play your little leather daddy fetish game while somebody milks the hormones and jacks up with teenagers, it's gonna come back to get you. You had no fucking right to do that. Apparently, the age of consent laws have been applied in my universe. Anything else that fucking happens is on you and your fucking disgusting little fucking lawyers.